Live from New York. It's Saturday.
Live from New York. It's Saturday night.
Where are you sitting? Your living room?
I am at the beach house in Newport Beach, California.
Why are you at a beach house?
I have a friend of mine who owns a beach house, and I'm doing a show from the beach house today.
Are you house watching?
Nope. Just a friend, and she's like, yeah, go use the beach house. So she's down at the bar having drinks. So
Sweet.
Yep. All right. So a lot to go over, a lot to cover. All right. So do you want to tell me what you found out in the last 10 minutes? I got a pillow up my ass. What does it say?
No, McLean was terrible.
He was.
They're talking about Buffalo trades.
What? Oh, he's going over Buffalo trades. So who do you think should go from Buffalo, and then who would you keep?
Well, I would need to do a deep dive into it, but clearly they don't. They're making mistakes after mistakes after mistakes.
Yep. When I saw them last month, Dallin was running the show. Or Darlene, you know how they get.
Well, he's obviously fucking pretty good.
Yeah.
But like their goaltending and the rest of their D are suspect. They've lost so many good players over the years, man. Wow.
Well, you know,
you watch though; they'll beat Toronto.
They'll hammer the Leafs for sure on a Friday afternoon. Well, for us anyway. So I'm really surprised that Dylan Cousins hasn't taken the reins so much as a leader, even though he's still young in his own career. But I mean, something like they just gave you $7 million. How you know what I mean? How do you step in and do something like that? It's and not.
What do you think of Lindy Ruff going back there?
What's that?
What do you think of Lindy Ruff going back?
I like it. They needed some stability. I wouldn't have minded.
He was loved there.
Oh yeah, I mean, I remember him as a player, and
I meant as a coach, but yeah.
Yeah, I remember him as a player, and I remember him as a coach there his first stint, and then he bounced around a little bit. But really, having the owner come in and talk, it's usually that's the telltale sign of, what's next. Okay, you had the owner going in, and now they're still shitting the bed. What are you going to do? So I just don't...
I think the owners had a couple of tries at general managers, and he's never really made the right move.
Yeah, I'm not sold on Kevin Adams as a GM.
No, not at all.
No.
And my problem with that is why? Why not hire some experience? Or at least if you're going to try and go young, get somebody that's got some track record.
Yeah, with other GMs around, and as you look at the, Philly took a chance on Briere with very little experience, but there's just something off, and they're making the right drafts, and then looks like they're allowing the players to dictate, how long they want to stay there. I mean, Eichel and O'Reilly and Ullmark have all been through Buffalo, and at some point, when's got to say when. I know O'Reilly.
Oh, they had Reinhardt, right?
They had Reinhardt for a little bit, but
I don't know if he was showing the promise then, but
yeah,
with Eichel, he was a suck.
Yeah.
And he's better in Vegas where he's not the first spoke on the wheel, right?
Yeah, and the thing is, one that still bothers me about it is, the guy, we're talking about his neck. And I remember this in a podcast that we did a few years ago. I mean, obviously he was hurt. Let him have his own surgery. You know what I mean? I know it's your asset and everything else, but the bottom line is I'm surprised the Players Association didn't step in. Let him have his own surgeon, do his own surgery.
Well, everybody did step in, and ultimately Eichel did what he wanted, so he got his way.
Right. But it all started when Buffalo said, no, you're not going to go to this doctor and get the surgery. I just thought it was ludicrous. So I know that's the Buffalo.
It would surprise you how many guys go get their own opinion.
Really?
It's being like Mike did it in Jersey with Lou, and that was the beginning of the end, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Teams don't like it, but tough shit. It's the player's body.
Do you think at some point when a player has not emergency surgery, it'll be up to the Players Association to do that, so it relieves some liability from the clubs?
I don't know about that, but the players don't give a fuck what the teams think.
Right.
If they feel like they're going to get their own opinion, like New Jersey's doctor back then told Mike, it's not a torn oblique. You just need some rehab.
Right.
Well, he went to California, got the MRI, and they said to him, yeah, it's a torn oblique. You need fucking surgery. So.
Well, I mean, in the last 30 years, Lindros has had the same thing, right? You know, with the punctured lung and Bobby Clark getting involved in the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, like a lot of times the teams, all they want is the player to get back fast. It's gotten a little better now, but back when Mike was playing, fuck.
Wow. Yeah, that's unbelievable.
That's why you see so many guys go get their own opinion, because you can't trust it, right?
Right.
I don't know if it happens more in hockey than any other sport, but it seems like an epidemic.
Well, you know, it's more popular in the most popular surgery in all the sports is the Tommy John, or it's the most well known and common. And you know, the player has the right to get the plasma-rich injections or rest or drainage, but eventually you are going to need that surgery. I don't know if Tanaka ever did after being diagnosed with that, but we'll talk about that in a second. But the biggest thing,
I think that surgery is so well known, and it's a fact. It works.
It works 93% of the time. I have a.
They were telling us Drake should consider it when he had sore shoulder problems.
And how old was he?
Like 13, 14.
So I think Nathan Eovaldi is on his third Tommy John surgery, and a lot of kids are getting them. A lot of kids out here that play baseball year round, you know this. They get the Tommy John. I had a friend of mine at college. He was in the Philly system, and he had Tommy John, and it did not work. Did not work at all.
That would suck.
Yeah. So he came back to college, and the NCAA let him play. He was only allowed to pitch a certain amount of innings, but he's like, I can't throw a ball. So he developed a knuckleball. And so he threw knuckleballs. I think he would come in and throw a knuckleball and then the fastball probably, 3 or 4 times a week when they played.
Yeah, I don't even agree. I don't agree with any of that. The regulation and trying to regulate a player. You can't fucking do that. Well, and that's why in hockey they would never even allow that. But I think hockey, I mean, for example, the Leafs, they have been bullshitting from day one this year about injuries. Oh,
Yeah.
they're day to day, day to day. They're so full of shit. I don't get why they're so far the other way. Like maybe because Matthews was sensitive, guys were gonna go after his shoulder.
Well, the funny thing is that, and hear me out on this, whenever the NHL went to the upper body and then the lower body and then day to day and then, week to week, and it's like, so Ovechkin's week to week, but it's going to be like 6 weeks, 8 weeks, right? And ever since that bullshit started is right around the time the NHL started to allow betting. Like the betting thing was big. So
It's all betting, yeah.
So the big thing for me is like, fuck, I'm in Hamilton and I'm driving to Toronto, and Matthews will be out of tonight's game. He's ruled out. Well, yeah, and he was out a month. And it's the betting is the same thing. They wouldn't want the betting to slow down because of, a player being out. And it's
Well, they're saying fucking. I mean, I remember at one point they said Matthews was day to day.
Yeah.
They knew fucking just recently Stolars. Oh, he's day to day. No, he wasn't day to day.
Now he's out past 4 nations. Okay, so there's a lot of actual agent stuff that I wanted to ask you today, especially concerning the Rangers and the waving and then the shoving of Trouba out the door. So what?
Well, we had discussed that last week.
You think so? We did?
Yeah.
Well, then who didn't we discuss? There was some trade we didn't. Cam Fowler, did we discuss that?
We discussed the Fowler, and listen, here's the bottom line. The Rangers are unorganized. I like their coach. I think their coach has always had disciplined teams.
Yep.
I don't like the roster. I think their GM is a total fucking idiot.
You don't like Chris Drury?
No, I've never understood what gave him the bat, like, because he played? Like, how the fuck did he get that job?
He won a Little League World Series. That's how he got that job.
I mean, come on. He's the fucking general manager of original sin. It's like giving Dubas the job.
Yep.
Stupid.
No, I agree with you 100%. And Dolan is now meeting with Sean Avery, and I'm sure it's not to be the stick boy.
Well, if he is really meeting with them, I'm guessing it's just to hear an outsider's, former player's opinion. Because, give me a... Fucking Avery couldn't manage a fucking dog store. He's too undisciplined.
Yeah.
He's a big mouth. And actually some of the things he says are right.
Yeah.
But he, stick to being an extra in movies, dude.
What about Messier? Could he be a GM for the Rangers?
Well, see, he's level-headed, right?
Right.
I think Messier would be great. I don't know if they would do it. And I don't know if Messier would want it.
Yeah. Yep. What do you think about the Capo-Caco trade?
Well, they're giving up a pretty good fucking player, man.
The Rangers?
Yeah.
I thought Seattle gave away too much.
Yeah, they did. It was kind of like, well, we'll see. You don't know yet, right? Like, if Capo plays great in Seattle, everyone will be, oh, fucking great.
You think
they got what, a first, a second?
No, they gave up a third, a sixth, and a defense.
Oh, I thought they gave up a first.
Oh,
a third?
They gave up a third, a sixth, and a depth defenseman.
Yeah, who's average at best, right?
It's going to be a high third pick, though. You know, that's a high third rounder. What do you think of
this year?
I don't know. I can't remember. So what do you think about? I think it is this year's. What do you think about Capo? Is he going to get top 6 minutes? You think? I mean,
well, I think that's the difference. Is he'll play there and be a go-to guy. I mean, that New York situation is so fucked up.
Right.
How they've gone from didn't they win the
President's Trophy last year?
Yeah.
Yep.
But then, Drury goes and starts fucking with their captain of all guys.
Yep.
And I can't grasp what he was thinking.
I don't know. I just think
you didn't need Trouba's money to be gone to pay your goalie. You could have done it anyway. It just doesn't make any fucking. I would have ran with my President's Trophy winning team and tried to improve it for playoffs.
Yep.
Listen. Some guys bite off their foot to despite their face. It's weird. But, who's in that organization?
Well,
I haven't even looked for years. Is Sather even a consultant?
I don't believe so. I think Sather is out, and I know Gorton is out. I think Sather and Gorton went together when they wrote that letter to the NHL about the sport being too rough. Remember that?
No, I don't remember that. I just remember they wrote a letter to their season ticket holders.
Right. That actually was JD, now that I think of it. So a lot of those upper
it bothers me. I can't remember it. Who's in the organization besides Drury? Is Schoenfeld?
Schoenfeld used to run Hartford, believe it or not.
See, I always thought Schoenfeld kind of got it.
Their front office staff. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Ryan Martin, never heard of him. Phil Housley. All right, he's an associate head coach. Not a lot.
Who's the assistant GM?
Adam Graves. Assistant.
Okay, see, Adam Graves does know.
Yeah. Yeah, if they were to clean house, there's not. Oh, Henrik Lundqvist is an ambassador. Wow, that's
just like Wendell Clark in Toronto. That doesn't mean shit.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, not. As I look at it, there's not too many former NHL. There are former NHL players, but my goodness,
doesn't sound like a lot of brains there.
No. Ryan Martin.
I wonder if they would give it to the assistant GM, given how long he's been around. I like the idea of like a Messier Graves.
Yeah, Graves is a hockey and business operation, so he's probably out in the public more than anything else. It's a big deal. You're right. It's original six, and
I don't understand how Drury even got it. Like it puzzles me.
Fell into his lap. He's a New York Ranger through and through when it comes to the area and whatnot. I mean, he grew up a Ranger fan. He ended his career in New York. Yeah. He played his college hockey in Boston.
I mean, Neil Smith was, he's the last Cup GM, no?
He's the last Cup GM. He's the, yep. They're in trouble. Okay, so skipping around, what do you think of the Bruins and Trent Frederick? Are they shopping him? Are they going to hold on to him? He's a unrestricted free agent at the end of the year. Where's he going if you think he's going?
Yeah, I don't know how much the kid wants, but I think that guy's got upside.
I don't think they're going to re-sign him, or they'd be talking extension already.
I'll bet you they fucked the deal up.
Oh, yeah.
Their track record is horrendous.
Yeah.
I don't, you know what? Like Cam Neely, Brendan Shanahan, fucking great players. It hasn't gone into their management skills.
Nope. They will fuck that up like they did Swayman. That's a kid they need to hold on to. You know, I don't know. He's a St. Louis kid. You think he'll go back home and play for Montgomery again?
Montgomery's getting the last laugh on all that shit.
Yeah, he's got something. He's got something going on. Okay, so what do you think of, this is the big one, Nashville being in last place or very close to it? Trot said he's not going to have a fire sale. What do you think he's going to do?
I think he will deal a few of his mistakes. The one I really don't get is why is Stamkos not worked out? Stamkos, to his very last minute in Tampa, was fucking great. He didn't get slow over the summer.
No.
I mean, did he go there to retire? Like, I don't know.
I can't believe he went to Nashville. I can't believe a few of them went to Nashville. I never looked at it as a it's not a big free agent destination. I mean, why would you go there? I still can't get over that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's the Toronto bias in me.
But from a hockey standpoint, what's wrong with his game? Like, I watched him, I believe it was against Toronto, and he just looked a little out of sorts.
Yep. Well, you get a comfort level when you play for an organization that long, and you lose that comfort level. It's never good. I've never known it to be good. So that's how I feel about that. I see Sheldon's doing fairly well in Jersey.
Yeah, they lost in Columbus, though. Like, it tells me that they're just like Toronto was. There's some inconsistencies.
Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Okay, so there's been other questions I've been dying to ask you. You ready for this?
Sure.
Are the Blue Jays trading Bo Bichette?
Oh, fuck, I don't know. I'm with everyone else in Toronto. I'm just pissed at that organization. I don't think they know, speaking of not knowing what they're doing, I don't think the Jays president and GM know baseball enough to run a franchise. They don't.
Yeah. I don't know if they'll re-sign Vladdy. That's like teams are lining up knowing that that the Jays probably are not going to extend him.
Vladdy will get $500 million from somebody.
Where do you think he'll go?
Who knows? If he does leave, he turned down $375.
He did?
From Toronto. His dad's involved, right?
Yeah.
So
if the dad's involved, he's not going to Anaheim and he's not going to Baltimore.
Yeah, well, supposedly his dad loves Toronto, and Vladdy supposedly loves it too, but he simply is on the verge of a mega win,
right?
Financially, so he's not gonna do them a favor. They're gonna have to ante up.
Right.
Now, if he has a good year, If he duplicates last year again, the fucker's getting $500 million.
Yeah. What did you think of Nick Robertson in Dallas the other night against his brother?
You know what I thought? I kind of thought for the first time he looked like he could possibly have a role. But my problem with Robertson is he going to be consistent?
Yeah, he's not consistent at all.
Like, that's a speedy line.
Yep. Okay, you touched on Stallone.
Look, I don't think playoff time you can rely on that little fucker. But
no, you can't.
So why bother?
Okay, right.
Maybe milk it, and maybe you get a third-round pick for him.
What do you think of Matt Murray back in the National Hockey League?
Scary.
Scary?
Listen, he got a shutout his last American League game, they're saying.
Right.
But holy fuck. It's either going to go one way or another.
Yep.
It's either going to be a complete, unmitigated fucking disaster, or Toronto win 4-2. And he'll be okay.
I don't think is he playing tonight?
Yeah. I don't know who's covering the game, TSN or Sportsnet, but
holy shit.
You might have to bootleg it.
I will be bootlegging it in my car.
Isn't that ridiculous? You have to sit in the car to watch a game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fucking nuts. Thanks, Gary.
I would go right to Newport Beach, get myself a burger, milkshake, and watch it.
Where would you get them burger and milkshake?
Well, there was a couple places I like there. Houston's.
Oh, yeah.
And then there was another burger joint the doctor brought me to. What the fuck was it called?
Oh,
it was like a restaurant.
Yeah.
And it was in fuck, it might have been Newport. Although you're in Newport,
yeah.
Whip over to the Spaghetti Factory.
That's down the street. I'm halfway out the peninsula. I'm at where the ferry goes across to the island.
Oh, yuck.
Yeah.
I used to like that Spaghetti Factory there.
Yeah, it's not too bad, but I know that I gotta get in the car and get the hell out of here because today is the first day of the Christmas boat parade.
Where's that start?
I don't know where it starts, but it hits all the yacht clubs going all up and down the coast.
Look at this. She's bitching at me.
Unbelievable.
So where are you headed? Back home?
No, I am going to pick up my friend, and she is at the she's at the Rusty Pelican, and then.
Oh, I've been to the Rusty Pelican.
What's that?
I've been there. It's like a club at night, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yep. And I'm trying now. I can't. Oh, and I can't remember the name of the place next to it. Billy's or something like that.
Yeah, there's a couple. You're exactly right. Yeah. There's a couple places right in that same area.
Right. The place across the street is they labeled it a sports bar. They painted it pink. It was rated one of the worst restaurants in Laguna Beach. It was horrible. And the best part is the only sporting events that they had on TV was whatever they could get on YouTube.
Jesus Christ.
YouTube.
Hey, tell me something. Is the library still in Laguna Niguel?
Yeah. Yeah, the library's still there.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. There's one in Laguna, and then there's one in Westminster.
I never understood how they made money. It was such a shithole.
Yeah. Yep. 333 finally closed. I don't know if you remember that restaurant or not.
No.
So that
You
was
know what burger joint I like? Crown Valley, all the way down to the beach on that corner.
oh yeah.
The burger.
Salt something. I can't remember.
Salt Creek.
Salt Creek. Yep. They closed the one across from Laguna Hockey Academy.
Really?
Yeah, that's long gone. Almost everything in that plaza is either long gone or it's been there 40 to 50 years. The Chinese restaurant is still there. That's the best fucking Chinese food in Orange County.
Yeah, I went there a few times.
Yep.
Although I told you about the time that part of the buffet we bought, there was orange chicken.
Yep.
And I pounded it. I was puking for a week.
Really?
Didn't even go out of my fucking beautiful house.
What Chinese restaurant was that?
That was there.
Golden Dragon?
The orange chicken got me. I don't know what it was. Everything else, and everybody else ate it. And it just fucking killed me.
I'll tell you what. I walked into Soup Plantation. Remember, it was right down the street.
Oh, I love Soup Plantation, and I loved the breakfast place next to it.
Oh yeah. Tommy's? No, it's not Tommy's.
I can't remember the name of it.
Alberto's.
I can't remember, but it was fucking good. They had huge steaks on a bun.
I walked into Soup Plantation with Tyler Takita and Bubba.
Oh, they don't want Bubba in there.
The fucking manager went out of his mind. that was it.
Bubba would out eat them.
Yep.
They had very fresh soup and salad.
Yep. And they're all closed now.
Why?
They went under like the first month of COVID. They had closed it up, locked it up. It's gone, not forgotten. I think there's one left in Tucson, Arizona, and that's it.
I really, I always tell you, I miss Toronto and the food and the restaurants. I really miss California's selection.
Yeah.
Up and down the coast, every beach spot, there's always little hidden gems.
Yep.
There was a couple of really good places in Laguna Beach that I liked.
I remember we went out one night and it was we went to that bar, we went to the saloon, and then
you and I used to go across from the movie theater.
Hennessy's.
Well, there's Hennessy's, there's the Wings, and then there's Palladium.
Yep.
That had the big beer maker in the background.
Yep.
All good places to eat.
Yeah, they were great. I remember
when I did that show. Remember when I did E60 years and years ago with
Jeremy Sheff, right?
Yeah, Jeremy Sheff.
Yeah.
After we ate before we went out with Palladium.
Wow.
Really, really good little mall. Dude, I used to fucking live at that mall. There was a burger joint, a bunch of bars, a movie. This was when movies, like I'd go to a movie or two a month.
Yeah, nobody.
Now I haven't been to a movie since fucking before COVID.
The movies suck nowadays.
That's what everyone says. The last one I went to, B and I went, was in Mississauga. Or not Mississauga.
Did you see the?
Toronto.
Did you
And
see
it was VIP.
Oh yeah.
So they bring your food and drink to you and everything.
Did you see the Freddie Mercury movie? The guy from Queen.
Yeah. I'm just thinking where I seen it.
The last decent movie that I saw with Zoc, I think was the Batman movie or the Elvis movie. We saw Blink twice a couple of months ago, maybe 4 months ago. That movie sucked. It's funny because they play a lot of old movies now. They play a lot of old movies, and they bring them back and whatnot. So
theaters have died, eh?
yeah. Yep.
Are any closing down there?
Yeah, there's a lot of like malls are disappearing and stuff like that. So
Now the Comedy Store, the outdoor mall is still rocking, right?
still rocking, but they've changed it all around. They've probably added a third more stores. They've added parking garages. It's not like it's not like what you left it. It's they actually moved the comedy club that you and I went to.
I went there once a month.
Yeah.
There's a cheesecake factory there.
Yeah, Cheesecake Factory.
Dave and Buster's.
I don't think Dave and Buster's is there anymore, but I know Yard House.
No way.
Yeah.
It was every Friday, Saturday night packed.
Yeah, it's a lot of things are different now with COVID. The COVID really wiped out a lot of shit in California.
Fuck.
Yep. Okay, so what do you think?
Hey, wait. There's no mask rule in Cali.
Who?
Mask.
No, but if there was, it'd be the first one to gravitate to it.
That governor, eh?
He's special.
Governor Goof.
Governor Nuisance. And so he's in his last term, and rumor has it is that Kamala Harris is going to be the next governor of the state of California.
Oh, God.
Yep.
Oh, there goes your guns.
Yeah.
Well, Newsom's going to go for
president. Yeah, I don't think that'll happen either.
Oh, he won't win, but you know who's being really quiet? JD Vance.
Oh no, he's in the middle of it. He's in the middle of all of it.
Fuck, all I hear, obviously, Trump and Elon.
Yeah. Well, they're the two headliners, and Trump brought him in, and he doesn't want him to be silent, so he's going to let him sing.
I'm telling you right now, Trump made a deal with the devil, man.
With Elon?
Yeah. Early on, Elon handed Trump big money.
Yep.
And promised them XYZ. So Trump's sharing the spotlight. Like it's got to burn Trump that they're calling Elon President Musk.
Well, the only one's calling Elon president is
I know who's doing it. The fucking yo-yos, but.
So what do you think of Canada being the 51st state of United States?
Yeah, it won't happen.
No?
No. Never, ever.
Is Trudeau going to resign?
If he doesn't, he's gone. Because today, the only party that was backing him, keeping him in power, the NDP, this Indian guy, he finally announced he's doing a non-confidence vote. In Canada, if the parties gang up on whoever's in charge with a non-confidence, you're gone. Yeah. And there's an immediate election.
Wow.
Strange rules here. Trudeau's gone. Poilievre's going to win. Poilievre's kind of like Trump, but very stern.
Yeah.
He'll be good for the country.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
Trudeau,
So,
fucking idiot.
God, I had one more thing I was going to ask you, and I can't remember what the fuck it was. What do you think of? Wow. What do you think of the Anaheim Ducks rumor that they're going to San Diego?
I haven't heard that, only from you. I don't think they can afford to fuck around. And how's that going to change? It's from top down, that organization.
Well, I mean, we both know that Bettman and Samueli are not friends, and I don't know. The numbers aren't there. They're not drawing. It's, you know, the Honda Center is 2/3 full at best. I don't know.
But again, in my opinion, they fall under the umbrella of not being run correctly top down. I mean, go through I think Barron is in the organ. Like, they have some really bad personnel. And the only names they do have are like the Wendell Clarks. They're not doing anything. They're just Korea and Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer lives in BC, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah, Niedermeyer.
Korea and Solane play golf every day.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck.
Getzlaff is probably the worst ambassador that you could ever have for the Anaheim Ducks.
They hired him?
Yeah, he's in there somewhere. He's doing something. But, you know, it's funny because they all, you know, we don't need to say the name of the hospital, but they go to the hospital to see the kids in Orange County, the Children's Hospital of Orange County. And Getzlaff has got his jersey off, and he's in the nurse's office in the back hiding. Like he doesn't want to partake in all the. That was a big thing with Brian Burke when he first came on board. And he hides in the back like he's Mike Trout. And Getzlaff is not Mike Trout. Getzlaff is Ryan Getzlaff. The kids are not going to know him. And that's it. I know it's coming. I know that the discussion is coming and everything else that, it's got to be in the Hall of Fame. For what?
Are you sure that's a true story?
That is a true story. Yep.
I know Burke is really into charities.
Yep. Burke is really big into charities. He, I don't know what he did in Vancouver, and I don't know what he did in Toronto, but I can only imagine because the Whalers were at UConn Children's Medical Center daily, but they were there before Brian got there. So I'm sure he was pleased about that. But Getzlaff is, I don't know. We could do a whole show on Getzlaff, and I don't see him as a Hall of Famer. I never have. I never will. And he's an embarrassment to the league and to the organization. I hate him.
You must. Let me ask
you this. You ready for this? How many 30-goal seasons does Ryan Getzlaff have?
I have no idea. I thought he only scored like 25.
He got 30 goals 1 year. Other than that, it's been mid-20s. And he's never cracked.
I mean, there was some time him and Perry were a deadly combo.
Sure. But they never won a Game 7 at home. That's not good. That's your captain not stepping up.
Well, he was a member of the Cup team, right?
Yeah, he was the second or third line center on the Cup team.
And that was Niedermeyer was captain then.
Niedermeyer and Pronger was there, and Boscheman and Travis Moen, who Brad May, they were all there. All the leaders were there.
Who played goal for them? Jaguar?
That was Jaguar. That was Hartford's last first-round draft pick with a goaltender was Jean-Sébastien Jaguar. And he was traded a month before he played his first game in Carolina. He played 7 games for Hartford. Yep. I believe he was the last active Whaler in the NHL.
Ron Wilson, coach.
Yeah, that was
no, Randy Carlyle.
No, Randy Carlyle was there. Yep. Wilson was when was Wilson there? Wilson was there. Babcock, I thought it went Babcock, Wilson, Carlyle, and then Wilson went to the Sharks, and then he went to Toronto. That guy got a raw deal too.
In Toronto, that team was horrible.
Yep.
We'll see what happens, because I'll tell you what, nobody's running away with the East.
No, I mean, even Florida's
It's going to go through Florida, let's face it. To get through that conference, you're going through the Panthers.
There's a guy walking by in Newport Beach with a Seattle Kraken hockey jersey on, walking to the beach.
What the fuck?
Yep. I almost got out of my chair to yell at him.
I used to like Newport, though. Newport seemed, it depends what mood I was in.
Yeah.
Laguna was good for a day at the beach, relaxing, having a nice burger lunch across the street, bringing it on the beach, eating it. Newport was grittier. The people were grittier.
Yeah. More than Laguna a little bit, but I don't know. You've got Corona Del Mar, Newport Beach. You know, it's a high-end district. You know,
What's after Newport? Fuck, I can't remember the name of it.
Oh, Huntington Beach.
Huntington. I went there a few times, but you could get to Newport from Laguna Beach in minutes, right?
Right. Yeah.
So I liked it.
Huntington Beach is the.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Why have you stayed there with how expensive it is? Is it simply the weather?
I like the weather.
Like you hate snow and rain and.
I like October. I like the change of the leaves. I like running the pond hockey tournament in the middle of winter.
Yeah, but those are like in, out, goodbye.
Right. I tell everybody the same thing. I know I'm leaving. I know that I'm getting on a fucking plane and getting the fuck out.
So you would say the main number one reason why you've always stuck it out is weather.
Yep, the weather.
You know, you're not the first person to ever say that.
I had a chance to go to
I know some people.
Yep.
Like Barth, for instance, and his family and whatever. A lot of New Yorkers.
Yep.
They became so climatized, they could not leave.
Oh, yeah. I would say.
They would downgrade to a townhouse before they'd leave.
Yeah, I would. I've got most of my friends are not from here. They're not born and raised here. There's a few, and most that are born and raised here are not. They're not Republican. So, I mean, I've got a lot of friends that are here that are Democrats, and
would you say a lot of people would give up more of their wealth and live on the average just to stay there?
Yeah, I am 11 miles from the beach. And, well, not right now. Right now I'm literally 100 feet from the beach.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm 11 miles from the beach, and I won't go any further inland. I won't do it. I've had a chance to move to Arizona, did not do it. Salt Lake City, nope. Texas, no way. I love it here. And I like the area. I think I've been here so long. You know, the funniest thing is when I moved here, I had a convertible and I drove a lot. I drove up and down the coast and really enjoyed it rather than, you know, move. So I like it here. And I don't want to go to Oregon and I don't want to go to Seattle. And,
You know, all the times I lived there twice for long periods. And I always promised myself I'd appreciate the beach once a week, if not more,
yeah,
but at least once a week. And I stayed true to it.
every
I'd get in the car and I'd go for a whirl.
every day I see the beach. Every day I see the ocean.
Yeah.
Every day. Every day.
It did something for my mind.
Yeah. Yep. All right, so we're getting up close to the 52-minute mark, and we should wrap it up. What do you what about next week? When do you want to do another show?
Well, Christmas is Wednesday.
Yep. The Leafs play a morning game on Monday, for us anyway.
Do they?
Yeah, they have some 11 o'clock game against Winnipeg.
What in the fuck for?
I don't know. It's on Monday.
I gotta go get a haircut. Look at the mop on me right now.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck is that? You should have wore a hat.
I got long hair and I gotta get it cut. Bridget wanted me to keep long hair, but it's been 6 months. I need to trim it.
Yeah. All right. So, what do you think about the NFL games on Christmas compared to NBA?
Well, I'd way rather watch football than basketball.
Well, basketball's it's a tradition that they play 5 games on the NBA.
Yeah, I know it's a tradition, but honestly, I could give a fuck.
Yeah. Well, the big thing's Boxing Day.
What are they saying here about Tavares? Oh, they're saying Tavares might sign for like 3, eh?
I would take him at 3. Anything over 4, I'd be a little hesitant on. And I don't know why he doesn't take a sweetheart deal like Giordano.
Well, he might. Don't say no yet. He might.
What do you think about Mitch?
I don't know. He wants huge cake, right?
Yeah.
I think Tree Living is gonna wait and see what he does in playoffs.
Yeah, because he's not going to be able to move him at the deadline. There's no way Marner is going to waive that to go.
No, he's not getting traded. Toronto's going through the playoffs with him.
Yeah.
It's make or break, and I think he knows it. Marner knows it.
Yeah. Yep. It's not going to be good.
Well, we'll see, right? The ball's in his court. He really wants to be a Leaf. He needs to grow a pair for the playoffs. Blue Jays signed. Oh, they signed somebody. Former Pirate. I didn't see it. Fuck.
Who, the Blue Jays?
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now.
I wouldn't get excited about it.
Well, yeah, he's a pirate. Like, how much damage could you do?
Well, it's this fucking management. Like, I don't think they have a fucking clue. Doesn't that scare you, like a big organization like Rogers?
Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't clean house.
Well, like, how have you not gone to hire, Literally, whoever's out there that's the best executive, go get him.
What about bringing back Steve Phillips?
I like Steve Phillips.
Yeah.
What do you mean bring him back?
Wasn't he a GM there?
No, not in Toronto.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he's just on Toronto TV a lot. He must have been, where was he a GM? Somewhere.
He was in New York, and he had some issues with some ladies.
Oh, big deal.
Yeah.
As long as he knew baseball.
Yep. Yeah, he's something. I've always liked him. He was pretty aggressive GM. And
yeah, he said a long time ago, like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
He goes, you gotta fucking make Vladdy feel special. Pay him his money. And in the end, you'll be happy. Now you're fucked.
Yep.
Now, Toronto could keep him, but it's going to cost them, like, big.
It's going to be big bucks.
Well, here's the stupid fuckers. They go after Ohtani. Then they went after Sosa. They were right in the middle of it all. Next year, it'll be Vladdy that's that guy. And they waited. Just makes no fucking sense. And you know, in all their advertising, it's all Vladdy.
It is?
Yeah. You won't find Bo on a poster or nothing.
You know, it's funny. They went back to putting Trout on a poster out here.
Why, he's probably agreed to stay, right?
Well, yeah, no. Trout will be here forever until he tells them he wants out.
Because there was rumors they were going to deal him, but I think he stopped it all.
He's horrible. I mean, he's never healthy. I mean, I couldn't.
Well, he's not horrible. He's just never healthy, yeah.
Never healthy. He's like Loch Ness Monster. He's never healthy. And the biggest problem with him is he doesn't want to move off center field. He doesn't want to play first base. Doesn't want to DH. He wants to play center field. Like, dude, your career is over. And he's owed like big bucks. I think he's owed like $230 million more.
Well, if I was the manager, I'd tell him, guess what? You're not playing center anymore. I don't give a fuck what you think.
Yeah, well, that's the problem is that he doesn't want to trade.
That's what fucked Springer up in Toronto. Was playing center. It beat him up.
Yep. They still have Dalton Varsho, right?
You know who I'd really like? Former Jay Fernandez.
Oh, yeah.
But I think the Dodgers are trying to get him, man.
Yeah, Teoscar.
Yeah. All right, we better go, man. It's like almost.
All right, this is Christopher Sheff of the Chef's Kitchen. Wishing everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We'll catch up with you guys next week. As always, when you get up to the holiday table, stay hungry.